Alrighty, viewers, welcome to this episode of Nat Geo, where Pav and his band of not so barky I don't know where I'm going with that. The last march of the Ents. Now, Pav is going to, that is a big feller. Very big feller indeed. This is his last march. He's going to attack us. We are going to hold the choke points with our Nagashizzar guard with halberds. We have the Doom Riders riding once more into battle. Look at them go. We have the Throne Guard as well, marching in. We're doing a bit of a shuffle truffle here. They summon one of their units of bloodletters to attack our garrison. Our garrison is going to get stuck in and swarm them. Flappy boys flapping. That's going to decay real quick. We're going to get our forces. We're going to dogpile this front right here. Excuse me. Archers are going to let loose. Our doomed legion is going to be the personal bodyguard of Krell. He's going to sit back and watch the enemy foolishly clash against his front line. And we are about ready to see the lines join. Look at him go. Getting a volley off. And those bloodletters are going to get their charge bonus. But look at that clash right there. We're going to hit them with a Soul Blight. Reduces their weapon damage. Pav is going to sit back. He's going to keep casting... I think he's going to keep casting Frenzy on his boys. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this red ring of doom is. Maybe it's a blood sacrifice? I have no idea. But our Doom Riders on the right flank have been tar pitted by a bunch of bloodletters. They're going to do what they can to slaughter them. They're going to do an insane amount of damage. We're going to check on them later in the battle. Back over here across this blood river, it looks like. Don't go into that. That's not Willy Wonka's chocolate river. That's blood. You're going to get tetanus from that. Hep C even. We're going to reinforce with our Throne Guard. We're going to put in the Nagashizzar Guard sword and board units to swell up our ranks. And we're just going to sit back and do what we do best. The Nagashizzar Guard are very, very much so a tar pit unit. They're going to be soaking up this damage as much as possible. And a portal, a JPEG of a portal even, is going to spawn, and bloodletters are going to pop in right on our flank. Not a good shout. Our Throne Guard are going to be taking a lot of damage very quickly in this battle. We're going to send our garrison and our Burning Dead now. They're going to cover the right flank since their bloodletters are starting to break off. Look at those Burning Dead. Crazy. Bernie Skeleton Boys, I don't know if Bone Marrow can actually be an efficient thermal conductor, but we will see. Krell is going to get stuck in a splash, and he kills like 5 dudes in one swing of his axe. Absolutely insane. That summoned unit of Bloodletters is going to start crumbling now. Their units already are being torn to pieces. Their left flank is holding strong. Their right flank, though, is getting absolutely slaughtered. We're sending the Doom Legion in to be the bulwark on the left flank, since they've been doing the most damage there. And Pavi Boy, he just loves spinning in circles. Look at him go. Round and round on his pony he goes. Just doing whatever the heck that is. I still don't know what that is. That has to be something. I don't know. Maybe it's murderous exonerations, perhaps? But the enemies on the right flank have given up. The enemies in the center have given up. Army losses, and poor Pavi Boy, he is going to be running back to whence he came, brave Sir Robin, getting peppered the entire way, and that was Pob's final hurrah. Look at him. Very, very, very serious. Very upset. No skulls to collect for him today, unfortunately. This is John. Say hello to Johnny boy. Not going to be coming home uh, tonight. But for the rest of us, the undead have succeeded, and Pav has been defeated. We're going to see the consequences of that on the campaign map. The last march of the Pav. Alrighty, guys, we have destroyed Pav's bloodletter horde. He has a retinue of 2 dudes and himself. He's going to bravely Sir Robin run away. That battle cost us our Doom Riders. They're very sticky when they don't have the banner of swiftness on them. I think I'm going to have to find where that is and give it to Krell if he's going to carry them, or whoever takes them in the future. But with that, one of the 2 final armies of Khorne has been felled. We're going to get the money. The casualty replenishment rate's not going to be that good. This should be the final turn that Khorne is alive on the map. Okay, so we got 2 Imrick stacks now marching towards Nagashizzar. They're going to try and ambush. You see how one of the army stacks disappeared. They're going to try and ambush us. We're not going to let them. Getting real dangerous over there. Hopefully our garrison will be enough to send them off. Meanwhile, the Blood Rose is just careening through the Badlands, tearing apart everything they can. Very useful indeed. There's so many army stacks. Where did I go wrong in this campaign? I have no money. I'm broke as a joke. I have my 30-year serviceman Dodge Charger with a $800 a month car payment. You know, it's just a bad batch all the way around. But we can say this, at least we haven't lost our home province like poor old Vladdy Boy has. Only holding on to Eschen in eastern Sylvania. Well, his boys are just doing a lad's tour across the Southern Empire, it would seem. The Dripping Fangs, led by Dusty, is going to scurry off to the Vale of Woe. The Sires of Morcaine are going to take a few island provinces. Very good, very good. Good stuff, good stuff. We got Top Knots again taking Galbaraz. Very annoying. We'll get them later. So, Krell is going to march out. He's going to defeat Pav for a second time. End his life. Get some more cash in his pocket. And then he's going to flee back to Grunty Mingal to replenish. We got a skill point to give him. We're going to see what we can give. Don't need leadership aura size. Don't need missile resistance for the moment. I think what we will do is we are going to get his melee defense up. We're going to give him Blade Shield. And that should top him up to almost 100 on both stats. He's going to get another 6 when we tech it up again. That's good old Krell done with. Now, Io Shares is going to slowly die, so we're going to put him in encampment stance. We're going to march him back over to Skarbrand. Final send-off. I swear this time, I promise, this is going to be the last march of Skarbrand. And then finally, our old nemesis, the one who ambushed us at the beginning of the campaign and has given us so much grief for the last supposed 35 plus turns, is going to finally be defeated. Skarbrand, old boy. A valiant defeat, apparently. They still think they're going to win. They got a few uses of Summon from Beyond. We are going to show them just how wrong they are. We're going to get stuck in here, boys. I will see you all on the battle map. Alrighty, fellas. Skarbrand and his horde of all paid DLC. He bought the day 1 pre-order bonus and he is reaping the rewards from it. All of his units are legendary regiments of renown. Even ones that we felled in the last few battles are still around. The Black Pyramid is now looking over his forces. Look at that. It's absolutely insane. We're gonna harangue them with artillery fire. Try and do a little bit of damage. Maybe convince them to start marching forward a little bit. They just I that's such a cool armor scheme. Look at that. If they haven't been giving us trouble this entire campaign, I would say I would like these guys to be in my army. But no, they're stupid, they're silly, they're smelly, we don't like them. But, in other news, this is the final battle. We're going to heal up our boys a little bit. They summoned a unit of Bloodletters right on our artillery, almost killed them. But we are going to have Nagash and the Blood Reapers, the Skeleton Reapers, defeat them. Our front line's just chilling. Doesn't know what's going on behind them. Doesn't matter. They're dead. And Vilmar, Varian, Valma the Grim has summoned a unit of Skeleton Reapers from their corpses. Now the enemy has sallied forth. They're going to launch their forces around us. I'm worried about their cavalry. Their cavalry is going to be very dangerous if we do not tar pit them in. We're going to send Aphostos and Hans Lambda to go and engage this Bloodletter right here. Meanwhile, the rest of the forces are going to be trudging in. Just look at that guy. If I saw that dude, I would probably defile my britches in horror. The enemy on the right flank hit our sword and board unit. That's their, what are they called? Knights of the Brazen Throne. Did a little bit of damage and scurried off, but our boys are pretty tanky. And battle lines have been joined. Look at that. The final battle. Nagash is going straight for Skarbrand. He knows what he wants. We're going to try and keep our Skeleton Reapers to tar pit that gore beast. We do not want him getting involved in this battle, and he is going to do so anyway. We are now stuck. We cannot move, but that doesn't mean we can't cast spells. Currently, our forces are frenzied. Hans Lambda and the Aphostos are starting to take the fight to that Blood Reaver, or that Bloodthirster of Khorne, doing an insane amount of damage. He's down to half health. Aphostos has got the chair out. He's mostly just a watcher. He doesn't like to do it himself. Hans Lambda's going to show him how it's done. There we go, getting a few swings in. Right flank is getting psychocharged. They're summoning a unit of Bloodletters in on the battlefield. Nagash, meanwhile, is going to launch a fist. He's going to hit a siphon, though, doing a lot of damage to our forces. Steinberg von Deal is stuck in. You can barely see him amongst the horns and the axes and all that fun business. Skarbrand is doing his duty. Are we gonna get that fist of Nagash going? Yes, we did. We missed it. It went just as quickly as it came. The right flank is nothing to write home about. The main fight is in the center. We're gonna get busy here. Skarbrand is doing what he can, kicking our forces, punting them like a football. We're summoning vortex spells, everything we can to stop him. He is going to fight to the last man, proving that this is his final hurrah. We defeated that summoned unit of Bloodletters. He's going to pop another frenzy on us. Nagash is going to get closing in, towering over Skarbrand. That gore beast in the background is slowly going to get ripped apart, and you see him starting to collapse. Hans Lambda and Aphostos brought him down, and Skarbrand himself, he's just not having a good time. He did not bring enough paid DLC to this battle. He should have got the pre-order bonus. Oh, stomping his feet in defiance. He is upset. He's going to take his ball and go home with it. As you very well know, or if you don't know, Chaos Demons do not die. They just get banished back to the warp. So, Skarbrand is now going to go back to his master. And with that, the only thing left is Karnak, the three-headed dog. We don't like him. We're going to put him in the pound. But this is the end, hopefully. For the last time, I swear, it's now going to be a 6th march of Skarbrand. Oh my goodness, it feels good to win. Skarbrand has been defeated, and that spells doom for the exiles of Khorne. We're going to see the consequences of that on the campaign map. Thank you all so much for watching. Alrighty, gang. And with that, we get so much post-battle loot when we fight that dude. It is insane. Another 10,000 bucks for a half-dead, half-stack Regiments of Renown. Incredible. IO Shares is still alive. Still alive indeed. We took a lot of heavy damage on our Bone Thrower. Um, for the most part, our guys are doing alright. Now, we're going to get more Winds of Magic Power Reserve. He is going to run away. We are going to chase him down once more. Decisive victory. No one's going to die. We're going to end you with an auto-resolve Skarbrand. We've seen your army 18,000 times. I hope you guys don't mind. But we are finally going to hit the button and death to Skarbrand. Look at that. Another 8,000 bucks, man. We should have kept him around just to punch money out of him. I mean, we're already up to 31,000 buckaroonies here. Very good. But we are going to get more, we're going to get a treasury. We're going to get another 1,000 bucks on top of that. A good old-fashioned send-off. We're going to encamp you now. Going to get huge amounts of casualty replenishment rate. And that is it. If you click the button here, let's get through all these fancy things. And the Exiles of Khorne have been destroyed. That is the end of Skarbrand and the Exiles of Khorne. We have finally defeated our old nemesis. Victory is ours. A turning point in this campaign, to say in the least. Now, the only faction we are at war with right now is the Top Knots and Imrick, which we need to start taking Nagash very, very quickly indeed over into our own lands, because it looks to me like Imrick is going to start marching his way to the Broken Teeth. Sorry, not the Broken Teeth, that's the province name. To Ulmar Helstien and his force of zombies. Speaking of, we are going to, right now, since we can afford it, we are going to get rid of a few units and replace them. We want to make sure... Yeah, this night indeed. Blood Beasts are the feral version of the wargs, I believe. The little walking bats. We're going to get those. We're going to get that Druthor, the king of the Grim Barrow. He's going to be a flyer. Hopefully he'll be able to do something against the vampires. We're going to get rid of this horde of zombies. We do not need the horde of zombies. We're going to get... we can recruit in one turn some Nagashizzar guard with halberds. That'll be good. And I think that will be... Ooh, we could get a unit of Morghast. That'll be useful. Yeah, we're gonna do that for right now. We're gonna get some more of those. That should be a good force. I think actually we're gonna replace the fell bats with more spearmen for right now. But that should be a good force. That plus our garrison. We're going to have to fight it out because the garrison is going to be super duper. Well, the walls, the watchtowers are going to keep us from enjoying our battle replays. We got a huge force with Thorgrim going through the Badlands. Nurgle himself is spreading out his rot. Our vassal of the Blood Rose is going to be going out, taking care of these guys. I think it's time for Neferata herself to start pushing through the Badlands with her force. That's the idea. Expand Sylvania's borders. For right now, we're going to recruit her a few more units. Make her a little bit more beefy. I think when the Doom Riders come back, she will take charge on them. We don't have enough growth. It's going to take 24 turns to get enough growth to take Silver Pinnacle up to tier 3, so we're not going to do that just yet. Okay, so we're going to march Nagash over to the east. He's going to take care of Galbaraz, and then he's going to start fixing up these hordes of high elves that are going to try and break through our lines. Meanwhile, Krell, I think we're going to have Krell follow him. We're going to put him in encampment stance and have him follow. Io shares as well. It's going to be a nice little band of buddies moving across the east right now. We're going to sell Gronti Mingol. We want Stormhenge. No, we don't want Stormhenge. We want Gorgazon. That's right, my bad. So we're going to take these, they're still making us income, enough to which we are in the green for right now. Stormhenge, we're going to give, yeah, we're going to give the Spirit Siphon for a little more cash. Arcan now, you can start moving east as well. We're going to have, actually, we're going to have Archon and Manfred just chill out. Calm down. You're going to be our garrison lord. You're going to defend Khemri and Numas. We're going to take Khemri up to tier 3 now. 4 turns. That'll give us the maximum amount of gold and our growth and buildings and all that. Whatever you say, bud. Numas is almost done with its buildings. Meanwhile, what else do we have? Yeah, Ulmar Helstien, you're going to be that. Can we give you anything, Ulmar? Make you a little bit more boofy, give you a bit more in the way of not dying horribly. We'll give you a Necromancer's Apprentice since you've been a garrison lord all this time. Get some extra research rate going. Give you a Carrion for extra campaign range, line of sight. Give you a Black Cat for that control. That should be good. Magical items. We got a few from Skarbrand when we killed him. There's going to be a lot of fire, so we're going to give you Dragon Helm for the fire resistance. We're going to give you the Extinguished Phoenix Pinion for more fire resistance and spell resistance. Get you going. We're going to give you Gold Sigil Sword for the speed and the melee attack. Ooh, flying units. That'll be useful for you. The Pigeon Plucker Pendant. Additional armor plus 10, melee defense plus 4, and you will be able to cause a hex that reduces the speed of flyers around you. And finally, I think the Scroll of Power will be useful for you. Decreases cooldowns by 60 seconds and increases spell intensity by 5%. That'll be useful in your neck of the woods, especially now that you're on a Hellsteed. You'll be able to counter a lot of those flyers, a lot of them eagles. Imrick has like 5 eagles in his army stack. That'll be useful for you. We're going to do that. The only thing I'm worried about is they will be able to attack Nagashizzar Guard at the end of this turn. That might interrupt our recruitment of those 2 Nagashizzar Guard. But I think between the bundle of archers and the few units we have here, plus the 2 flyers, our lord and Druthor, the king of the Grim Barrow, we might have enough to stand a chance. Plus our towers are going to be absolutely insane, doing an intense amount of damage there. And he's not attacking with a full stack, he's attacking with 2 partial stacks. We're going to do some housekeeping. We got a lot of skill points to assign. We got the final 4th book of Nagash. Then we can finally get the 9 books of Nagash, which gives us the maximum amount of effects. Gives us plus 10 ward save to Mortarch Lords, plus 20 to our ward save for Morghast units and Morghast Archai heroes. That's going to give us plus 20 to our Winds of Magic Power Reserve faction wide. It's going to give us a minus 20% miscast chance. And it's going to give us the Curse of Undeath, Exorcism, Life Leeching, and the Restless Dead as passive abilities. Very good. Very, very good. We got all that, and now we can start getting his other abilities. As Wound Recovery Time, minus 2 a turn. The Undying King. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Death ends peace. Ooh, okay, that'll be useful. Available at rank 33, so we'll be able to get Death is Peace, which gives us minus 60 relations with all non-undead factions, which is normal, and then plus 9 melee attack for pretty much every form of enemy, plus 8 charge bonus against every form of enemy, and minus 10% upkeep, which will give us another 500 buckaroonies, because we're at 5,000 upkeep right now with the army we're running around with. Oh, that's what that does. Chilling Aura gives a minus 30% speed hex in an area around itself for anybody next to him. For all zombie units, in fact. So zombie units will slow people down. Very good. We now have Oftos. He's going to get a skill point. We're going to give him Gift of Oblivion because that's going to make his melee attack and weapon strength higher. Plus, he's going to be able to get the Undead Resurgent, which is going to give him the ability of melee defense plus 24, leadership plus 16 in a 18-second cooldown. Or an 18-second duration, a 90-second cooldown. That's going to be very useful, bringing him up to 109 speed, very quick, almost 1,000 weapon strength. Very, very strong. Hans Lambda now has a tech point as well. I don't really know what else we should be giving him. We could probably hit him up with some charge bonus, I think. He doesn't need thick skin. I mean, he's at 162 armor. I don't know how much more resistance he can get from the resistance from damage he can get without breaking the game. I don't know if there's like a null modifier where when you reach a certain point, it resets the clock so you have no armor at all. Steinberg von Deal. I think for you, my dear friend, we're going to give you leadership. For some reason, your leadership is extremely low. I want to give you some more leadership, make you a little bit more boofy. Less likely to get sad. Alright, let's see. Do we have any rights to commit? No. Unfortunately not. That should be good for this turn. We're going to end the turn and see what the enemy AI does. I'm kind of scared of the dwarves now since they're starting to get out of their mountain holes. Dwarves are not necessarily a good mix between us. And yes, here we go. That's what I was expecting. They're going to instantly attack us. It's going to be a huge battle indeed. A valiant defeat. Nagashizzar once more under threat. We have about 10 units of archers. We got Nagashizzar Guard. We got constructs. We got Cairn Wraiths. Their biggest threat, of course, is not going to be really their infantry, but they got quite a few melee specialist heroes. They got a Wizard Lord who's going to be dangerous. They got 2 Flying Great Eagles, some decent horses. They got Warrior Lions of Trace, but Imrick himself bringing up the reserve. Another mage, another noble. Imrick himself on his Star Dragon. Look at those stats, people. That's a scary unit. He's got a Sun Dragon with him as well. He's got Dragon Princes. We are going to see if we cannot defend against this onslaught. I hope we do. We're going to do defense in depth. We're going to use our towers. We're going to do what we can, how we can. And we're going to see if Nagashizzar will be able to hold. Alrighty, gang. So, here's the plan. The enemy is going to come at us hard. Directly through this front gate. We're going to put an insane amount of archers on here to pepper the enemy as they approach. Hopefully that'll be enough. We will see. We have their 2 most dangerous flyers here, an Archmage of Life and a Noble. We're going to have our flying detachment led by Druthor and Ulmar Helstien. They're going to fight. They're going to primarily try and kill that mage and then take out the noble with her. We have a defense in depth strategy. Spearmen, monstrous infantry, Cairn Wraiths, etc. are going to defend the courtyard, and we're going to have skeleton spearmen reinforce the gate and the walls if necessary. We got a unit of Nagashizzar Guard to be reserve force and crypt ghouls in case someone decides to escape past us. We are now also going to have over here, we got a unit of archers on the walls here. I think actually I lied to you. We're going to move him over. We're going to take this unit and this unit. I want to put them on the walls together, give us more firepower. I was originally going to have him shoot down from the walls, but I don't think they're going to be close enough to this gate to warrant such a thing. But we have, again, a unit of skeleton warriors on the walls. We have our units split up as skeleton spearmen defending the gate, plus a unit of constructs to do Shopti, another skeleton unit in case we need to send them up on the walls. We're going to have a reserve of Nagashizzar guard to hold this courtyard. We got Karen Race to provide support, another skeleton spearman on this gate with bone golems as support. We got a few skeleton archers on barricades in case the enemy breaks through. We are going to use this main courtyard here plus the towers to provide fire support in the courtyards as needed. Now we are going to get ready. We have our bone throwers facing this way. We're going to provide artillery support when the enemy reaches the walls. May Nagash be with us as we devise our defenses. Going to send our troops straight out to careen into the enemy forces there. And they're already going to cast lightning on us. I'm going to have our bats hold them off. Meanwhile, Ulmar Helstien and our Dread Barrow are going to get stuck in, and destroy this enemy force. We're going to summon a unit of Crypt Ghouls here, right on top of their archers. Going to keep them from attacking us, if we can. There we go. Crypt Ghouls right on top of them. We're going to get an Invocation in the Heck, overcast it. We're going to get some health back up. We're taking a lot of damage real quickly. Going to cause that Legion barrage now. Archers are firing on the enemy on the walls. Meanwhile, over here on the right, birds are attacking. Going to get some spearmen up on these walls, provide support as needed. Tear those flyers down. And Imrick is now on the battlefield, very dangerous. Gonna summon a unit of zombies to support us, keep us from getting attacked. Gonna summon another unit of Crypt Ghouls there. We've already seen off the enemy on this front line. Gonna get our spearmen up on the walls as well. Meanwhile, on the right flank, we are currently holding as best we can. Gonna get some more spearmen up on this wall here. I think the Karen race will do us well to support. We're currently having a struggle. Their flyers are going straight through the middle of the town. We're going to try and provide an archer tower to support it. Good news is they're using all their magic. This is terrifying. I don't know what our answer is going to be to this. Maybe shoot it. Try and fire at it with something. Oh, goodness. Alright, fire at will. Do what you can. Can you guys please kill those guys? Gonna cast another Invocation of Heck on ourselves, get ourselves up. They're going for artillery. Very cool move. Are we through with these bats yet? No, we're not. Unfortunate. Here comes Imrick. Yeah, they're going to destroy our artillery. Not much we can do there. He's going to land on the walls. We're going to try and get our Karen race to do something here. Our Shabdi cannot support. Okay, cool. They've landed. Let's dogpile them real quick. Fire on that. Are you dead yet? What's collapsing? Our Lord is collapsing. That's not good. We don't want him to die. That's not good. That's not good. Casting our spell, if you please. Are you gonna survive? I need to survive, Ulmar. Don't die. And Ulmar is dead. Unfortunate. We need to get this guy as quickly as possible over to defend ourselves. Oh, that's brutal. That killed a lot of Nagashizzar guard. That Lord is running. Focus on those Lothern Sea Guard. Alright, we can afford another tower. We're going to build it. This is messy. The AI is doing exactly what they love to do here. This field is already done. We're going to start bringing over reinforcements, as many as we can, over here to the right flank. We need to start getting our boys out. Dogpiling them now. Nagashizzar guard is going to take out the spearmen. We're currently destroying their Lothern Sea Guard plus their Lord. This unit of Blood Beasts is going to be doing very well indeed. Our Bone Golems are going to try and take out that Eagle as we can. They've suffered a lot of damage. Imrick is still fine. Very annoying. This is rough. Very rough. Come on, pull back the archers if you can. Another dragon. Can we get our tower to fire on him? Get some archers on him. Alright. I think we got this solved. We're going to focus on that. Archers, you're going to focus fire on those. Alright. Crypt ghouls are running. We got that noble on the run. Hopefully he won't come back. Is our Strigol Ghoul King gonna survive? Hopefully. He's getting a lot of fire on that Sun Dragon. Doing good damage here. Imrick is in the middle of everything. We're gonna get this tower to focus fire on him if we can. Focus fire. All your fire. Kill that thing. Kill it till it's dead. We can build another tower. We're going to pop it. They're going to retreat into our settlement. Hopefully they don't rally. Another bout of artillery. We killed an eagle. Hopefully that's their hero, their magical lord dead. Focus fire on Imrick, please. Can you reach Imrick? Fire on him. Alright. I need you both to fire on that. Alright, we got our Strigoi Ghoul King is still alive. Very good. Bring these reinforcements over. I need him to finish off some of these mages. Imrick is going to be a absolute challenge here. Alright. Start using your Winds of Magic attack. Kill that mage. Use your breath attack. There you go. Did that do anything? It doesn't look like it. Kill that bird. Get stuck in. Summon a unit of ghouls on top of that unit. There we go. They're completely surrounded now. They're going to take a lot of damage. Hopefully we'll kill them quick enough. Come on. Dogpile them. They are breaking through now. I don't know if we're going to be able to win this, guys. I think we're going to lose. Get these guys over here as quickly as possible. We need you to start focusing on Imrick. The Sun Dragon is still alive, surprisingly. We got another tower to build. This is lost. This zone is lost. We cannot defend it. We're going to build a tower over here as a defense in depth measure. If we can kill Imrick, I think we'll have a good shout at this. Give him a fire breath. He missed. How unfortunate. I need you to attack him. Attack that. Fall back, fall back, fall back. Don't die. Don't die on me now. Alright, bring him close to the towers. Focus fire on Imrick. All shots. Archers as well. We lost our Strigoi flyer. Alright, good. He's landing in the muck. We're going to tear him down. Do as much damage as you can. Start really grinding him to dust. They're going to try and capture our points here. Alright. This flank is pretty much dealt with. We're gonna focus on this. I don't think we have any more. Bring all our army back up here. Meanwhile, is anybody not doing anything? This guy's still holding on, believe it or not. Dogpile. I do not want to see you guys split up. Just dogpile that dude. And then archers, start firing on Imrick. Kill him. Kill him as much as possible. Kill him as quickly as possible. I want Imrick dead. Anything over here? Nothing yet. They're still trying to capture this point. That's fine. Doing some hits. Doing some hits. Come on. Let's build a tower real quick. Do some damage to those Lothern Sea Guard. Don't you crumble. Don't start crumbling. I need your ammo. Come on. Man, the morale of these units is just terrible. It's going to be so annoying losing Nagashizzar. I mean, I shouldn't worry about it. We've already got the main settlement down. Or the Black Pyramid, and Nagash himself will be able to ream this army. But it's just very frustrating. Alright, come on. I need you to do damage. Please, why is he healing? What's he doing that's healing him? Oh, man. This is a very... Oh yeah, we'll be fine. Just a bunch of crappy skeletons defending the settlement. We'll be perfectly fine, dude. These guys can't even get through their spearmen. Oh. Oh, come on. Kill him. 450 kills, man. Just absolutely shredding us to pieces. Fire, 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 fire. I want your bows to be shooting. For pity's sake, shoot the gator. Alright, there we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, for pity. More flyers, man. I thought, ugh. Aerial superiority, this must have been what Vietnam was like. Come on. I want everybody on Imrick. If Imrick dies, which he's not going to, but we can always hope, we could get something out of this. We're going to lose about $2 grand in money here doing this. We just can't do anything to them. Yep, army losses. Everybody's crumbling now, panicking. That is the end. We have lost Nagash. Nagashizzar. What an unfortunate turn of events. We did a lot of damage, but it's just those flyers, man. Those freaking Deacon flyers. Whew. Alright, we're going to see the consequences of this on the campaign map. Alrighty, gang, we lost horrifically. We just didn't have an answer for all their mages and Imrick. I am really starting to dislike that guy. We're going to focus him down on this campaign now, just as we did with Skarbrand. We lost the settlement. They've stolen it from us now. It is time to turn Nagash's war machine east and finish off these fools once and for all. Oh. Yeah. We had the high of finally getting rid of Skarbrand and finishing him off, and now we have the low. The low of losing Nagashizzar. Our capital for the last 70 turns has been stolen from us by pesky little pointy-eared things. But we have our allies to the east, the Caravan of Blue Rose. They are absolutely swarming Dusty and his band. I think we'll be able to do something there. Good old Vladdy boy is just, oh my. Thorgrim's entire throng is up in Sylvania right now. Insane. Absolutely insane. I think Sylvania is going to fall, but it's just a matter of when. We are going to hold on to it as long as possible. At least Vlad is. Dusty is fleeing back north. The Top Knots don't know what they're doing. Oh, they're running towards our high elf enemies. That'll be useful for us. Okay. So, let's get a handle on the situation here. Let's see what we have lost. We've lost our capital province, which was separate from our main realm. We're going to focus on moving east now. We've got our main legions. I want to keep Archon and Manfred as a bulwark in case we decide to get the Bloody Hands to betray us. They're too busy with Clan Scryer right now, fighting in this endless war in the north. But, actually, you know what? The loss of that army in Selma has actually improved our economy. Oh, I'm just grateful that our economy is not necessarily tied with settlements. That just makes this sting a little bit less. Alrighty. So, Ulmar Helstien has fallen. The Warden of Nagashizzar has fallen to a swarm of dragons. Probably the most amount of dragons the old world has ever seen. So many mages, man. Good thing Nagash has his whole kit built around mitigating their usefulness. She's in force march stance. Let's send Nagash down to bloody the nose of Imrick a little bit. Show him that we still have a force to be reckoned with here. Decisive victory. We are going to lose our bone wreaths, whatever you want to call them. Unacceptable. We are going to now. Actually, hold on. Let's dogpile her. Do we have enough range? Bring that army south. Bring Iosher south. Will he be able to hit her? No. Alright, calm down. Alright, decisive victory, low casualties. They still want to kill our skeleton reapers. Well, it's about time we change up his army. We're going to hit that button. They do not like the skeleton reapers in that auto-resolve. We are going to get 7.5 grand from that. Oh, would you look at that? Skeleton reapers are still alive. Look at that. We're going to get the Wind Magic Power Reserve. We got another Trickster's Shard. I'll start marching north to Galbaraz. Go into encampment stance to get the replenishment. Nagash himself. Is there a building that gives us more casualty replenishment rate? Yes, we're gonna need that. We're gonna need that desperately. What else can we give Nagash? When defending, we're mostly attacking. I don't think we could use better artillery. A skull cannon or a casket of souls. A casket of souls is insane. Maybe that'll be useful. Um, yeah, that'll be useful. We're gonna take that. Galbraz will be ours in a minute. Yes, he will. In the meantime, would you like any special buildings, perhaps? Maybe a Kemrian War Sphinx would be useful for you. We can afford to upgrade your Horde building. Let's do that. Get you a little bit more cash on the outgo. Upgrade Manfred. Start getting our income up even more now that we got some. That should be everything down here to the south, except for some skills. And then, lastly, we're still going to defend the Silver Pinnacle. We need to focus on that. Get some more money. Neferata, you can level up. What can you level up? Let's see. Ooh. Yes. First of the vampires. 10% hit points plus 10%. English is hard. 10% hit points, 10% speed for vampiric units faction wide, -3 wound recovery time. That'll be useful for her since she likes to get overextended. And the passive ability, Blood Queen, which gives her even higher regeneration. And that's only if she has a 50%. So she has multiple forms of regeneration now. We're going to get that. Make her even more boofy. I mean, look at her. She's got that crazy, like, I don't even know what you would call that. A halberd? A dinner plate? I don't know. We can give her a few more things. Not an arcane item, though. She can get some armor. You know what? Let's fuse these together. Let's see what we can get from 2 engineers' knapsacks. We get armored of silvered steel. I thought Undenyas didn't like silvered steel, but we're gonna put it on because it's 40 extra armor, bringing her up to 130. Very good. Talisman. Obsidian trinket, missile block chance. She doesn't have a shield. That might be useful. And spell resistance. She was getting absolutely cadavered by a lot of arrows and a lot of magic from Dusty's crew. So we're going to do that. We're going to hit that button up. Is there anything else you can get in the meantime? We could give her a book in Nagash. Foz protection. She doesn't have any constructs, but, you know, that might be useful. 5% physical resistance for her and her heroes. That'll be useful as well. Yeah, we'll give her the first book in Nagash. And then... We'll give you a little bit more line of sight, I think. And the Ravenous Dead because you have zombies in your army. I think that'll be good. Okay, so she's about ready to sally out. We're not going to attack that yet because that's a lot of better units than just hordes of goblins. We might wait. I mean, they got like 6 armies marching north. I'm surprised they haven't done anything to Imrick's force, but when we finish off the Drippin' Fangs clan, and it doesn't matter if we physically own these settlements. I mean, we want Desolation of Drakenmore, because it'll give us more Warpstone. But these other 2 settlements, we can take it or leave it. I mean, we can only get a tier 1 out of them. But let our vassals just flood over the lands. We'll sally out to try and take the Desolation of Drakenmore so we can have these 2 provinces. And then everybody together will start sweeping east real quick and doing their best to just destroy, annihilate, and kill Imrick from the east. Doing a lot of back and forth here. We defeated their foray into our territory. The Sires of Morcaine now are going to gather up strength and going to start pushing east as well. Our vassals are doing a lot of the work for us. Imrick is actually in a bad spot We just need to get Nagash over there to prove it to him. So, now, we need to look at more skill points. Lots and lots of skill points. So, he is... What level are you? 29? Not yet. We're going to get the 9 books in Nagash. That's going to top off our stack of everything. And, yeah, see? Ward safe, max for everything. So, yeah, he's going to be just legendary. So we got all 9 books in Nagash now. We've went all the way through his magical. We only have these top perks right here, and then I think what we'll do is we'll focus on getting a few perks here. What's this ability? Reanimate. What's that do? That's just leadership. That might be useful, actually. We could also, holy cannoli on Stromboli. Yeah, we might focus on the blue. Get him like Vampiric Corruption, then Endless Undeath for recruitment capacity. That'll be useful. Get him max Lightning Strike. That'll be nice. All Is Mine to get even more post-income battle loot. And then Death and Undeath minus 10% upkeep plus 5% campaign movement range. And finally, Immortal Horror. Casualty replenishment rate for the Lord's Army plus 30%. Battle healing cap plus 50%. And wound recovery time minus 1 turn. So that and Death is Peace. Or the Great Necromancer. Which one is it? The Undying King. That's what it is. They'll pretty much, our heroes, I think, will be pretty much ready to respawn just as soon as they die, almost instantaneously. Offdos now has a level up. We're going to give him Scarred Veteran, get up more HP pool going. Hans Lambda is now up and ready. I think what we will give you, sir, is charge bonus. We're going to give you a devastating charge. Make sure those landings hit even harder. IO shares can now level up. Casualties captured post-battle plus 5%. I think we're going to go with Conqueror. More melee attack and more weapon strength. We want him to be as lethal as possible. And Krell. Krell can get one. What do we want Krell to have? We said Blade Shield. So yeah, 98 melee attack, 95 melee defense. Couple that with Deadly Onslaught, and I think he's going to be in good shape. Or we can start going down the blue line and giving him all that other fun business. We're going to end turn now. We're going to keep our money now that we're... Again, the front line is malleable, so we want to make sure that we can defend it. The Knights of Caledor, we didn't see what they did. Oh, big stretch. Sorry about that. Oh, big stretch. They want 2,000 bucks. We're going to give it to them. We don't want to go into a war with the dwarves just yet. But we won't forget their transgression. Yeah, just more marching north. We're going to skip that. We're going to skip Sylvania as well. And now we're going to go over to Drippin' Fang's turn. They're going to retreat back. They're going to start mustering their units in the center, probably to group up their strength a little bit. Sires of Morcane are now sieging the settlement. Very good. Alright, we're in the money now. I never knew losing Nagashizzar. What was Ulmar Helstien doing? What was he doing with our income? Part of me thinks that that feller was like embezzling. Maybe losing him was a good thing. Ulmar the Embezzler. Kind of has a ring to it. Alright, Krell, take Galbaraz, please. A decisive victory. We're going to auto-resolve that. Took a few casualties, but he'll be able to replenish those pretty quickly. Province is secured once more. We're going to get income from all buildings. We are going to also get... we're going to get the Chasm of Souls again. That Chasm of Souls is just so good. Income from post-battle loot has been saving us this campaign. We want to give him the Mortuary House for post-battle loot and everything else. Replenishment and growth. That's what we want. Growth. Nagash and his forces are going to march east. Does he have the range to take out Mash One Finger? He gets insane replenishment in friendly territory. Oh my goodness. We're going to march him east. March him east. Put him in channeling. That way he gets even more Winds of Magic. 30 a turn. Almost topping off pretty quickly. Now, I think what we'll do with you is we're going to give you Vampiric Corruption. Glory to me. We're going to start getting that blue path going. We want the Lightning Strike. We want the All Is Mine. Are you going to have enough points? I think Legendary Lords get up to 50, so we got 20 points to spend. We need 1 here. We need 4 here. Or we're going to put 6 here. That's 7. He's already at 30. That's 37. And then boom, boom. That's 38. And then, yeah, he should have plenty for 38, 41. And then he has 9 points to spend wherever else he may choose. I think we'll give him a few dollops in the red line while we're at it. Archon can level up. We're going to give him Earthing for Miscast Chance. Meanwhile, we want... Alright, this is going to be very much so an admin turn. We want to make sure that our guys are building up. The former site of the Black Pyramid, I think we will finally build... Yeah, I think we're gonna... Let's look at diplomacy real quick. Let's see what we can get. Quick deal. Nobody wants anything. Peace treaty. Drip and Fangs want peace. We're not going to give it to them. Top Knots wants peace, but we're not going to give them to them. Knights of Calador most definitely do not want peace. We're not going to give them peace, even if they tried. Numos can level up. We're going to get up the income and growth buildings, and we are going to... We can't get the purple building just yet. What should we give you? We need to give him defenses, honestly. I would like to get another Chasm of Souls out. I would like to. But I don't know if that's going to be possible. We're going to go with defenses. Those dwarves want to take the fight to us real bad. Kashabar. We're going to get a Cursed Field. That's the special building, that is. Ooh, minus 20%. We need that. We're going to get you growth as well, and we're going to build up your walls. There you go. That'll do that. We're down to 5,000 buckaroonies, but we are making one heck of an income, guys. Horde buildings, 4,600 buckaroonies. That is a lot of money to have. Get them even closer. Alright. We can do a right. Yes, we will do that right. Only one warp stone for income from all buildings, 25%. Get even more cash. We're up to 4,400 bucks now. Who knew things were turning up Millhouse? More skill points. Manfred von Karstein. What should we give you? Lore Master. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll do that. He'll be quite a casting. He's got his Ashigareth Abyssal Terror. That's what they are. We will give him the Lore Master, Lore of Vampires for that Winds of Magic cost reduction on a lot of the good Winds of Death, and the cooldown of minus 25% for it as well. We'll increase your Necrotic Burden to get even more money. I love how each one of these horde buildings has their own like special. So he can get he's kitted to get a lot of Black Knights. And then corpse cards. That'll be very cool. Maybe building him towards a cavalry army will be very cool. We're going to end the turn here. And this episode is running a little long, so after we see what the AI does... oh, well, the north is under siege once more. Scrag the Slaughterer. We're going to focus on the High Elves. We want to focus on the High Elves, get them out. Then that should unify our front line, I think. And then we have Ogres to deal with now. No matter how hard I try, we just keep getting multi-front wars. The good news is the Caravan of Blood Rose is almost done. Look at that. Took that settlement. Don't know why you're moving to Thorgrim's territory. Oh yeah, we got this in the bag. We could probably move Neferata out to support those hordes of undead. Meanwhile, Vladdy Boy is still running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Thorgrim Grudgebearer is bearing all of his armies down on him. I think he lost Sylvania. We might have to do that summon to pull Vladdy Boy into our ranks because he's just not getting it over there in the north. But he's providing an excellent distraction against Thorgrim. Meanwhile, the Sires of Morcaine, what are you guys doing? Just roaming around. Very curious. Alright, kind of a bit of a boring episode here with the admin at the end here, but now Meshep, Commander Shepard, will be your name. Character details. You shall be renamed to Commander Shepard. Commander Shepard. So, we got a lot to do with you. Herald of the Accursed One, Blade Master, Deadly Blade, Undying Servitude, Ebonwrought Armor, Gift of Oblivion, Hard to Hit, Foe Seeker, Wound Maker, Scarred Veteran, Blade Shield, Colossal Strike, Increased Mobility, we need that. And finally, last but not least, Heroic Killing Blow. So, he's already just, bam, max level, almost. We're going to dump him off into Krell. Krell is going to... He's now at max strength. He's now almost completely replenished. What do we want with you? I want the Revenants of Morcaine. Give you a few more bow boys. He's already got a decent front line here. Should we give him... We should probably give him some fast movers. He's kind of pretty solid. Dire Wolves, and maybe another unit of zombies. We're going to start marching you west. Gronty Mingle is going to be under siege, under lockdown. That is an insane amount of ogres. An insane amount of ogres. Mash one finger. A huge horde. We haven't fought the orcs in quite a bit. I'm going to save this battle for the next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, and I look to see you all again soon as we start to really get into... once we kill one enemy, 3 more pop out of the woodworks. It's just insane to me. But we're getting somewhere. Our income's going up. Our armies are getting better. We are slowly but surely clawing our way out of this blasted expanse. Stay tuned for the next episode. And once again, thank you all so much for watching.